What is up, guys? Zan from Forward Progress Madden. Welcome back to Subscriber Tips. This week we are going to do another red zone special. This is a route combination that you can set up out of any formation in the game. I prefer to use the shotgun. This is one of the few times that I prefer the shotgun. I think the angle of the pass to the receiver that we're going to be targeting is a little bit better than if you're under center. Always keep in mind that when you're under center, the angle or where the quarterback is in the pocket relative to the receiver changes how the throw is made. So I prefer to do this from the shotgun. You can mess around with this under center if you would like. But what we're going to be doing is we're going to turning the fade smash concept into a red zone tip. Now, you can see I've come out in the play fade smash. You've got Antonio Brown and Keenan Allen as your twins to the left. And you can see here with this type of play that it's not really great in the red zone. The routes just don't run the way that I want them to. I'll run it again here just to kind of show you. Again, you can kind of see that it's a little weird. I mean, right there we got an aggressive catch. And that's fine. You can still use this tip with the stock play fade smash and see what it does for you. But what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to create my own. So you don't have to call the play fade smash. You can actually create this by using inside the 10 a hot routed smoke route and a hot routed fade route. So when you're inside the 10, anytime you put a receiver on a fade, they run the goal line fade animation. If you're outside the 10, they run the stock kind of fade 9 route animation that you see most often. So this is specifically a route combo that I will use from the 10 to the, I would say the 4 is the closest that I would really run it. It's especially great, around the 7, 6, 5 yard line. And the reason why is we're just going to read this receiver off the line, and they will give you a tell right away what is the leverage on this play. If it's zone, they're going to drop outside, they're going to drop inside, you're going to watch the deep zone. Typically speaking, deep zones will drop to the outside of the slot receiver on this play, allowing you to make an inside high point pass. Now, for some reason, goal line fades, I find that you misthrow these a lot less than you do any other route that you try to high point in Madden. So what we're going to do is we're just going to read Keenan Allen, and if there's a throw to be made, high point inside or outside leverage, we're going to use that positional advantage, which was something they put into Madden 18, where you could throw the ball in traffic, but if your receiver had body positioning, they gave him much higher catching traffic odds on that throw. And this has kind of led to a lot of people in the Madden community saying that, aggressive catching is OP. And in particular, I'm doing this tip because after the most recent title update, they did kind of buff a lot of the catch and traffic in this game. It feels like spec catches are going crazy right now in MUT. So this is something that you could definitely use in any mode in the game. I would put your best goal line threat in the slot right here. Typically speaking, when you run your best goal line threat, your best high point threat in the slot, most players are going to be looking for a post route, a high point post over the middle. They're not going to be looking to defend this area of the field that we're going to attack. So this is going to be a nice little play that you can run. Now, as far as the route combination on the other side, you can kind of do whatever you want. So if I wanted to, I can create this exact same route combo on the other side as well. Just a little 2x2 fade smash. Maybe put the running back on a curl over the middle. Kind of up to you what you want to do, but you're just going to read that outside corner. And if there's any leverage to be had, you're going to take it. Otherwise, you're going to throw that smoke underneath, and hopefully you don't get that terrible rack animation. If you get a good animation, you can make this, into second and goal from the 2, where now the run is a threat. So always keep that in mind as well, that you have that ability. So we'll go ahead and keep showing it to you. We're just going to watch Allen's release. If they drop off, again, we're just going to throw that rack to the outside. We're not getting the best rack animations, probably because of the fact that I'm moving Gronkowski and shortening up the distance between Brown and Allen. So I won't bother on this play. And you can see right here, this is an inside pass lead, high point pass. You can see how they get special animations. Now he dropped it right there, but you can see how that animation is not an animation that you get a lot in Madden. This rocket animation where he just, this is Keenan Allen. This isn't Calvin Johnson. And you can see that he just skies over everybody. Look how high in the air he is on this animation. This is insane. He's probably taller than the goalpost right here. Look at this. He's way up there. Probably 10 and a half, 11 feet in the air over Aeneas Williams and Ronnie Lott. And of course, he drops it right here, but you're going to be able to kind of make this work for you a little bit better with this route. And this is a route most people do not use in the game. So it's nice to be able to attack with this. So you see the man coverage, you're going to throw a high point to the outside and get that animation. Again, we're using positional advantage in the game. This is a feature in the game. You may think that I'm just dice rolling aggressive catches, but it's really truly a thing. If you see some leverage inside or outside. Like in this example, there's a slot corner blitz. We know that the safety is manned up on him. He's playing inside leverage. This is a high point pass to the outside, which is left bumper in about 10, 11 o'clock. And it's going to put that ball in a spot where you're going to be able to get that leverage advantage. And typically when you make a throw like this, because it's an outside throw, high point, and the defensive back is in poor position, you get basically an under the hood buff to the catch in traffic. At least that's how Rex Dixon spelled it out last year in Madden 18. I don't know exactly what type of percentage boost you're getting, but there have been some mutt leaks in the recent week after the most recent title update that said that a lot of the spec catches in this game are receiving a success rate boost after the most recent title update. And I would venture a guess to believe that that coincides with the release of the Megatron item. So, they want to make sure that their spec catches, their high points are looking good with the release of that item. So that doesn't surprise me in the least that they did that. But yeah, you can kind of just see how this route combination works. Again, he got a really bad animation right here, so we actually weren't able to throw that in rhythm. But you can see right there, again, the nice thing about this is that with this particular route, if you miss the high point throw, they throw it out of the back of the end zone. So it's very, very tough for this to be picked. So again, inside leverage, high point to the inside. And you see that my guy's the one who gets his hands on it. Now, of course, tip drill, that could be a little scary. Of course, tip drill is something that you can't account for in modes besides mutt. So, if you're playing regs, this is a route combination that's perfect in regs. Obviously in mutt, if your guy doesn't hold on to it, tip drill defenders can get back and pick it off. Man coverage, again, this is high point to the outside. I mean, this is easy money. I'm not kidding. This is easy money against man coverage. You're just going to read the man leverage, inside, outside shade, and throw the ball to the area of the field. So, again, we read it right here. This is the smoke route to the outside. And unfortunately, we're not getting really good animations on this. I think that the rack animations on smoke screens are pretty terrible this year. But again, all we're looking for is just something. All we need is maybe a yard or two, get us to a threat where there's a run-pass balance that we can have here. Again, so here's inside leverage. You're just going to throw that up. Keenan Allen holds on to it for a touchdown. So again, it makes it seem like I'm just basically throwing aggressive catches, and you're probably thinking this is a really terrible tip, but it's not. I promise you it's not. So again, outside leverage, high point pass, outside shoulder, touchdown. I mean, it's really tough to defend this, and this is something that I haven't been running on stream. I kind of wanted to just keep it a thing, and you're kind of seeing why now. I mean, high point inside pass lead. Keenan Allen doesn't hold on to it, but I mean, he's the only one who's getting his hands on it. It's not like I'm throwing it to the defense. It's definitely a read and react. Again, here's the jam. We're going to throw the smoke to the outside, and I'd kind of recommend throwing somebody with the spin move out wide. That way, at least when you catch it, you can just automatically spin and maybe pick up some yards after the catch. Here again, telegraph man coverage. We're just going to look at the leverage, inside leverage, high point to the outside. Touchdown Keenan Allen. I mean, you can see it's almost automatic. So I've been doing this for about 8 minutes, just throwing them repeatedly. Again, man coverage. Again, we are against the elite, the legends. I mean, these are the best players in the game. Inside leverage, obviously, there's nobody there for that. That's going to be a touch. Well, he dropped it after the catch, but you can see that's a clean throw to him. Very, very simple read. I mean, it's very, very easy. Inside leverage, we could actually throw that smoke out there if you want. Spin move was terrible. You can kind of see that there's issues with the smoke screen. I will admit that, but you can see that the slot fade is absolute cash. So again, we're going to go ahead and throw that. They really got to fix these animations on the outside of the receivers. If I throw that ball, I shouldn't be freezing in place for 2 seconds. So again, you kind of throw that ball out there. You're going to recognize right away. Are they playing cloud flats? Are they playing hard flats? It'll be easy to tell. So again, right here, I wish I could, throw that ball immediately and just get a good animation. You can tell I'm throwing it late on this read. I'm really trying to force feed this ball to the slot receiver. So, I mean, you throw it while they're jamming. If you throw it too late, stuff like that can happen. But I mean, realistically, you could take a shot to this guy. Okay, all right, so that's outside leverage. We just got a terrible throw right there. But I'm not going to ruin the video just by, continuing to run this here. Again, this is going to be inside leverage, high point pass, touchdown Keenan. Yeah, I mean, it's just there. And this will work again on the other side as well. I'll show another formation just to kind of round this out. So let's see. Go ahead and do slot outs, random play. I'm going to move the ball right here. We're going to throw this to Gronk. So again, you're going to read it the exact same way. Inside leverage, we're going to throw it up to Gronk. See a little bit more fight out of the linebacker right there, but again, this is a smoke to the outside. Throw it to Julio. Fall forward for about three yards. Maybe if you're throwing the ball to a smoke route, maybe there's something to be done with the handedness of the quarterback. Maybe you just get better animation. So again, this will be a high point to the outside. Gronk about held onto it right there. So here's the tip. I hope you guys enjoy it. I will talk to you guys next week with some tips.